Hello friends and bees and friends who are also bees, and welcome to this week's Final Fantasy XIV stream. I'm actually streaming this week, unlike last week where I just went fuck it and took the night off because I had too much work to get through. So yeah, this week's stream is gonna be a chill one. I am very tired for the usual reasons, but also because I got my first shot of vaccine earlier, which boy howdy is it ever getting to me. My arm is very sore, but it's also the arm that I have my medication patch, words are hard on, so it's also itchy as well, so that's just great. So today it is going to be a chill stream, because I'm tired and obviously I can't speak given how often I'm umming and ahhing. So see, as the title says, we're going to be doing some raids, some roulettes, the normal shenaniganry. I'm going to do the weekly dwarf quest. I actually didn't do it last week because I completely forgot, so we're going to do that, and I'm also going to do Hatching-tide because I haven't done it yet and I want the chicken costume for gag outfits. So, God, my arm's so itchy. Let's swap to the gameplay. And just, there we go, it lives. And I'm actually gonna just go ahead and sign up for the tower first of all. See how long it takes to pop TPS, because I'm not confident healing it yet. I'm barely confident DPSing it, so. Brought me some kind of garbage. Start by doing the dwarf quests. Here we go. I wonder if it's quicker to go to the other one and then fly up the hill or fly across. I genuinely do not know. I know that in the Tempest it is almost inevitably, no matter how close or far something looks, it is going to be quicker to fly to the, like, unless you're directly going to the city. Flying not to the city and floating around, because the Tempest is a massive map, or at least it feels massive, with oh, come on, last two healers, you can do it. Did not realise those guys were part of a map. I for some reason thought they were part of a fate, even though there wasn't a fate there. As you can tell, I am not with it. Also, my arm really hurts, which makes it difficult to lift, so like keyboarding is fine at the moment, but anything else not so fine. I should do Umbra actually. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted Artifinder. I don't know why I that. Tequila, that's relative. Unfortunately. Maybe I'll see if there's any Umbra reclear parties that have room for a DPS. But we'll do the things that I actually plan to do, which is Hatching-tide and the dwarf quests first. I did not realise how many summoners we have. 4 of them. Also, I saw a thing earlier that was like absolutely nobody. Final Fantasy XIV players, like that. I just put in chat. And it's true. It's so true. Time to play a game, and the game is, can I remember how to do any of this mechanics? Cracking King. Oh, Blind Bunny, that's a name. One Hit Wonder. Depression Riki, that's me. Bonne chance. I'm going to dote on bonne chance. So that's very nice of them to say. Which is all hit devotion at the same time. I've not played with another summoner in ages, I feels like. Also spell speed boost. Can't tell if it's my spell speed, my personal slow reactions, or lag. I have to allow. Whoops, I was not paying attention to what he's doing. People for eating the balls so that the rest of us don't get hit by them. Except, like, said not by an idiot. I should have swift casted in there. Oh well. Okay, 1, 2. Just 1, 2. Fuck up my rotation, but that's okay. I'm still laughing about all of those firebirds coming out at the same time. Go. Pretend like I didn't trip over my own feet there. Definitely did almost fall straight off the edge there, but that's okay. Sometimes that's just how it be. 1, 2, not 3. Okay. Nice. Me getting freaked out by people moving. Competition between all the summoners. Balls. The let somebody else get hit by them technique of avoiding balls seems to be working. That's that adventure thing, can't someone else deal with it? Me. 1, 2, 3. Look. Middle. Middle. And you're not in middle. There we go. Try on all this stuff, even though the only stuff that I'm going after right now is healer stuff and then the caster top if it drops. Me too, buddy. Still not enjoying the creepy voice, thanks. I recognise this now that I've played near. Rotation hoops, huh? So this means get inside, I think. They're going to swap in a second, but I'm going to put my dots on because they don't bounce back on you. I get the impression that Seed may not be great. Just, I've got those lives, you know? At least I wasn't actually in Firebird or Bahamut yet. It just happened so many times. Goodness, I targeted the right guy. I know how to do this whole rotation thing. am going to be weird and awkward and quiet this stream just because of how tired I am. I have 2 assignments due later. Okay, so this means get in because they're going to swap. Here, I think, and run away from the buzzsaws. Yeah, what I was going to say and then got distracted by is that I have 2 assignments due tonight. They're only short ones, but still, there's a bit of me that's like, do I have to? Oh, I should probably finish the writing that I didn't get, the reading I didn't get done, although I should actually do some writing as well. And then part of me is like, I don't technically have class tomorrow, so could I not just like, do it all then? And then I'm like, no, because A, I do technically have class, but it's not like, I say it's not like learning, that doesn't make sense. It's like get together and see if there's anybody left who is near enough for discipline you can work together on the project, and the answer for me is no, because nobody, I think I'm the only, like there are other people who are in like library sciences and stuff, but I think I'm the only no, I know I'm not the only historian actually. It's there's nobody who's like near enough to any of my disciplines that I dip my toes into that it would work. So barn dots, dig them out. Oh, I just love it when my dots, speaking of, don't go on the people I tell them to. Big fan of that guy who AFK'd in the middle of battle. Insert sarcasm here. Apparently if that fails, it's just like only tank and striking gear, nothing else allowed. Apparently if you fail to DPS enough there, it basically keeps going until the healers can't keep you alive anymore, is what I have heard. I don't know though. Good old tubes. Don't waste time trying to understand them. Transcend the ego collective. Your arm hurts. You think, damn, this sucks. What? Aren't you enjoying yourself? Whoops. I sure did. Accidentally early pull like a fool. nice if there was like an AoE version of Ruinfall, but hey, there we go. Time for endless 2Ps. This is when you're like, I'm not going to bother putting dots on anyone. Gonna sit here and wail on whomever. There's probably no point in me I can't remember if more of them spawn or not. You'll never eliminate us. Good. I remembered correctly there was no point going into Firebird. Oh, so cute. All the eggies following along and then I'm like, Ifrit, it's punch time. I love carbuncles though. The Final Fantasy XIV animal and nothing else. Like that Dragoon, like... I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know words anymore, I've lost all of them. Every time. I thought I'd changed that, good. Maybe not, I'll have to change it after this. Oh, 2B, you're gonna get hurt. Stand in the right place, tubes. Fuck. Ass, tits and piss. It's inevitable that I will, at some point during a fight, stand on that. Just absolutely inevitable. Just like, why can't I do anything? Ah, that would be why. Like seeing someone go into Firebird just before you and you're like, yep. Use rotation. Yes, the other thing is, like, because I know the summon of rotation well enough, it's like you see, like the buff comes up a second or like 2 seconds before yours and you're like, ah, okay, you must like go into, Bahamut earlier than I do. They are so cursed. I hate it. I always forget and I hate it. I was going to slash plated and then I goofed. Whoops, I definitely accidentally overwrote someone's division there. I knew it was going to happen, and here we are. I just didn't even think. I pressed it and then looked at my hotbar and was like, oh, whoops. Also, I think the very first time I did this, I had the thought that you could drop the AoEs on those things and they'd act as like lightning rods, and then I realised I was mixing it up with Bagarthan. Whoops. Be cool if that worked there. I do, I'm not kidding, forget that her spooky face shows up there every single time. I'm just never expecting it. They start crying softly. Well, we'll see. Hey, that worked. Astonishing. That worked. Also astonishing. Say Firebird. Just sit here mushing room for a bit. Hide away from the red girls because they are scary. Fucking. I suppose if no healer or caster gear drops, I'll just have to run it again. And maybe also get the have more of a chance at getting the minions. I saw the rare minion pop once. I have not seen it since then. Yes, we have some cute puggies today. Fuck, not again. That feel when you have 4 summoners but they keep overwriting each other's devotions because at least one of them is an idiot. I have a macro set up for when I'm on Astro, that if I'm playing with another Astro and I don't like know if they what their divination like, I was like schedule, and that doesn't quite make sense, but like what their I don't know what their divination in general looks like. I have a macro that things, and I just thought maybe I should get one for Pact and Devotion as well. Fucking Smite. So I can stand still and cast. Very dangerous game there. My arm hurts. I'm sighing at myself. Gonna wait, see if anyone hits divination to start before I hit my own. Do we have any cutscenes? One cutscene. Okay, right. Somebody else divination, so I won't. That as well. Oops, oh my toesies. I really like this music. In general, the music for this expansion has been really good. paying attention to where I put my leggies. Attention to feats. I think I am going to do Hatchingtide and the Dwarf quests, and then I'm going to see if there is an Umbra with DPS stream available that does the strats that I know. Depending on who else is online, I may be able to kidnap someone else as well. No, it's Firebird! Those are the fancy flowers that I can't remember the name of. Love to and not get my own buff. Choo choo. Oh, I love this. I don't understand the train bit. I don't know if this is a reference to Nia or Drakengard or what. I just like that it's trains. Because, you know, who I am as a person. Soon danger the trap. To ensure your safety, please. Oh, I only just realised that dark note is the TV, I guess, and lighter note is the red light. Pretty cool. Oops. I actually go stand at the right place, me. I do like that a lot of the mechanics of this particular raid are in or out, but with complicated tells. But the ultimate mechanic is just in or out. Here, didn't I? We'd love to see it. Drop my dots a little, but that's okay. tough time. No. Sometimes it's just how it be. Like standing right up by them for this, find it a lot easier to pay attention to what's going on. Whoops. I was out of that. Whatever. Oh, it's on me. Whoops. Well, I've made a mistake. Love to be a fool. Nobody's dead yet, so whatever. I mean, people are dead, but nobody's yelled at me, so whatever. Oops. Well, we're doing just great over here on our side. Just have to get in a second. There we go. Of populars. There we go. Stubby. Literally no fucking castor or healer gear. It's scouting and maiming and nobody's going for it. I'm guessing because our samurai probably doesn't need it. Well, they need some of them. Wow, astonishing. From that I achieved nothing but a coin. Oh, and I got a commendation as well. I just want to know something fun. My arm is more sore just underneath where I got the jab than where I actually got it. Anyway. Doomsaying Dwarf would like us to collect some parts. Yeah, that's something useful. Still CF? I thought it would possibly change with each week, but guess not. Well, Vanny and Olivia are in their own towers. clear off too. There, okay. I'm not going to run through the whole thing again, because I don't think I need to. All seems okay. I am the one. See if I can take this off without hurting my arm. Ugh. There we go, success. Not as quick as perhaps I would have liked, but success. Sorry, I'm just chattering to Osterby about how homophobic that tower was to my drop rate. My healer gear! My heels! Back into the factory full of dead robots we go. Nope. Here we go. Hi, box that I've apparently never seen before. Surface clearing continues. The ecosystem in the area appears to have adapted to extended drought. Dry climate conditions must have been present for some time. Investigation of a murky spring did reveal aquatic life, though of an unusual sort. Current location is particularly verdant, likely owing to the plethora of freshwater springs. Peculiar that two so markedly distinct biomes should exist in such priority. It's a thriving chain of, including swords. I need to run some DRs as well. Maybe Umbra then Delebrum, depending on how I'm feeling. I don't know if I've got it in me for a full Delebrum. That being said, I don't know if I've got it in me for an Umbra Savage, so let's see what's Pyfinder looking like. Clear, complete, happy brambles. They're all fucking full of DPS. I wish I could filter to ones that just need deeps. Plus, it same as last time, ought to suffice for our purposes. Thank you. Been feeling a little more optimistic in spite of myself. By keeping occupied with our work, I find my mind doesn't stray towards the doom and gloom as often as it used to. Seems it's better to take action than being idle with negative thoughts. Finding what's so hard to take action in the first place. Well, I should be getting back to my work. Perhaps you could report to the chief in case there's other tasks that want doing. Thanks again for bringing the parts. Lovely, just the sinner I've been looking for. Ho. Another one of those recording devices has arrived from Connacht. Seems the lad has more he wants to say to you. Here. When you have a moment, be sure to see what's on it. You there. Yes, the two of you. What are you doing, talking and nodding suspiciously? What are you up to? Conspiring to take over the village, aren't you? Just like those murderous machines. What am I... What did I just... My head... Something's not right with Greg. And it's not quite the same sort of not right but follows a few too many casts of ale. Whatever it is, it's nothing you need worry about, Wink. I'll take care of it. Now then, was there something else you needed? How's the rebuilding coming along? Well... Excuse me. You... What do you want? If you're here to mock us, have done with it and leave us be. I'm not here to mock you. On the contrary, I want to join you. I'm not usually one to get involved, prone to observe from a safe distance while making the occasional comment to remind people of my presence. But seeing how hard you've been working for the village, I couldn't help but want to make myself useful for a change. Well, we could certainly use all the help we can get. What say you, Maeve? Should we welcome him to the crew? Distracted by, I'm certain you won't regret it. Maeve's got flowing in the wind there. I do like this outfit. After that strangeness with Black, I wasn't sure what to expect from my dour friend, but it sure wasn't an offer of help. Anyway, I'll find a moment to talk to the fellow about our plans. And when he's managed to settle in, you ought to have a word with him too. But to answer your other question, there's nothing we need you for right now. Only a matter of time before we call on you again though, so kick your feet up while you can. Weekly quest, which continues the story, is now available from the Dour Dwarf. Obtain a message from Connacht. Character. Nope. Duty, collection. Connacht's messages. Forgot to mention, I brought a pod with me. It assures me that the spheres came from a different world and their purpose is to invade others by duplicating the machine life forms. It's weird to think that, to someone, ours is the other world. Sure is. Okay, and... because I'm doing this on reset day, it's not available yet, which is annoying, but there we go, I'll pick it up next week instead. What are we doing? We're doing Hatchingtide. I don't know where to start Hatchingtide. Google. 2021. Old Gridania. This gear. Actually, no, let's go to the Yulmore first, and then we will go. Gosh, I do love the music there. Right, what am I upgrading? First I'm repairing. So I've done my Probably better to do my feet or my head next. Fit int crit DH. Probably better to do my shoes first, I think. So, extract, retrieve, nice. Glorious Gewgils. I want Investments Crypt Twine. I want to unequip this. Go here. Upgrade those Shoes of Casting. Nice. Then I want to go and melt them up. Oh. I actually plugged it in. No, 2 deaths, I think. Because my crit is already maxed, and it's crit and then DH and determination are equal, but all the gear is full of direct hit. And I have melded crit onto literally everything that I can, so like it's got 2 crits, that's got 2 crits, that's got a crit and a DH because capped on crit, 2 crits, 2 crits, crits, that DH, that because it's capped, 2 crits, 2 crits, and a crit and a DH because otherwise crit would cap. So I literally cannot increase my crit anymore. Right. To Old Britannia. Upgraded feats. I still want some evens to run as well, but cannot face it right now. I'm guessing we are around Miketo's amphitheatre. That's usually where we are. God, I'm sorry for the yawn. Ah, my minion has completed a venture. Come one, come all, for the season of Hatchingtide is here once more. Oh no, how delightful to see you again. I must say, the prophetic dream I had this year was even more fantastical than usual. I was assailed with images of rabbits and chickens who worked together, paw in claw, to construct a wondrous backdrop for a festival. Always before we made special efforts to recreate my visions, the fates rewarded us with some special occurrence. And it was already begun. No sooner had I donned my bunny costume than a chicken-suited poultry farmer arrived in town with a flock of feathery chargers and offered to lend his assistance, just as I foresaw. There has, however, been one tiny bump in the road. You don't happen to have a few minutes to spare, do you? How many moments exactly? It's just a simple errand, really. Promise not to take up too much of your time. It's just that my good friend Nonoto went to collect the eggs from the poultry farmer and, well, she should have returned by now. I'm certain it's nothing serious, but I'd be ever so grateful if you could pay a visit to the Great Limb Brewery and see what's keeping her. Oops. So, fun fact, Hatchingtide was the very first seasonal event I ever did in this game, and so I always have this, like, fondness for it because of that. tall chicken and a small chicken. Hello, Anne Machiko. Yes, definitely. This is truly exasperating. Maeve, it's me, Nanota. How may I be of service? How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Julie was worried, you say? Right, I should probably explain. But before we delve into that, I should introduce you to Master Paulin. Cat. Greetings. Yes, I am responsible for the little darlings. We heard word of this delightfully egg-centric festival taking place in Gridania and simply had to be part of it. By little darlings, he means chickens, and they seem to be a touch out of sorts at the moment. The idea was to have them on hand to lay fresh eggs for us, and I've been trying to help soothe the whole barn full of ruffled feathers. Chickens! Like the chickens that live around the corner from me over that way. Even wearing the costume didn't stop me from being battered by charging chickens or spattered with fresh droppings. Honestly, I'm not sure what was injured more, my body or my pride. Poor dears are simply not used to travel. Please don't think less of them if they act a bit rambunctious. Police are coming to arrest me for DPS crimes. It's a chicken. Oh god. My precious sweetling, no. Maeve, if you plan on being heroic today, now's the time. Honestly. Shrug. Oh. You stare into the eyes of the feathered fiend, you feel a brief connection being made. Hand over the fancy food and I'll give you the eggs you need. Thus spake those black soulless eyes. At least you think that's what they said. Don't want to eat it, it's providing fresh eggies. Like the chickens over that way that provide fresh eggies if you get there early in the morning. Which I never do because I'm incapable of waking up early. Oh, this person's wearing they're wearing the healer version, but it's the same. Oops. Loads of people apparently on Twitter and Reddit were like, well, Twitter especially, saw this and were like, why do the boys have to wear an undershirt and the girls have a crop top? Which is true. This would definitely look better. It looks kind of... On Ashard it looks kind of like the Star Trek... on Ashard, geez. On Maeve it kind of looks like the Star Trek scants, I think is what they're called. But I reckon on Ashard, who is my old, they would look better. I think the little darlings want their fancy food. Well, I do have a special mix I developed with the help of a professional Bismarck culinarian for extra special occasions, and I suppose this qualifies. It's dreadfully expensive even in small amounts, but how could I withhold a treat from my beloved beauties? Got my first vaccine stabbing today, and boy howdy am I sore. Think I have enough fancy food for everyone? Come, Nanota, the ladies await their feast. Right, Hatchingtide must go on. Obsessed with these chicken outfits. I forgot, I didn't realise that this was the reward you get from this event, and so I loaded in and saw a chicken, like, sitting on the floor in some mimosa. You'd be such a feisty welcome. Now if we could just, not the fingers. Just trying to, it's gone everywhere. Chicken chaos time. Right. Seemed to cheer them up immensely. I suspect we'll have some eggs to collect in a rather short order. Cheer them up? They've worked themselves into a complete frenzy. Maeve's like, me? Perhaps our adventurous friend here would like to try their hand at egg collecting. I'll even give you one of my spare work suits to wear. What a wonderful opportunity for you. Sort out your gear, say your prayers, and we can have you filling a basket with eggs in no time. Just say the word. Time for chicken. need of your egg collecting assistance. Ugh. Ready to brave the poultry gauntlet? I'm sure you have a preferred adventuring wardrobe, but if you wouldn't mind, I think you should wear the costume while you work. To business then. The entrance to the enclosure is locked up tight. Just give the nod to Master Paulin and he'll let you in. We're counting on you, Maeve. I've heard somewhere that there are 3 Namazu in a chicken suit. He is perked up at that. Okay. Let's put on... Dreams run, Dorman. Into the chicken run you go. Only be completed as a disciple war magic. Right. Oh. Well. Sisters again if you've time to spare during the festival. Guess I sit here and wait for the fate to come back up? Question mark. I'll go out and back in again. Let's see. It's definitely a race Moogle become chicken. Go back in. I guess it is to sit here and wait. Well, while we're doing that, I'll troll Party Finder. Fresh prog. Just happy brambles. Don't understand any of those words. I could join that one, I guess. Trying to decide if I should oh, no, okay, well they're full, never mind. Refuse to heal this. Absolutely refuse. Oh shit, I'm first on the job. East, that's right too. Should I just go ahead and join this? Yeah. See if the fate pops. I will scream and no doubt die because puggies. I have to fight for my range spot. I refuse to give it up. Right, campi folks. Can I reclear with puggies and not need to be handheld by my raid leader? Let's see. Also, I know they don't. They hate me. under the impression that Melee wanted south, but okay. Whoops. Phew, I don't have to fight anyone for this spot. Okay, I'll take this one then, I guess. I would have thought Shiryu would have wanted. A lot easier if he says yes, because then I just have to remember to run right rather than left at that point. Confused. A party chat which my face covers up. Oh no, it's the markers I hate. I have my spot. Let me know if the music's too loud, by the way. I'm going to turn it down slightly for myself. Oops. I'm terrible at audio leveling, so... This is stacks. Hello partner, are you gonna stack with me or this is crops? That's not idea. I do not know if we're going to pick this back up, but we'll see. Shortcast. She is northeast, so we are west. Oh, yep. Street. Poor monk. Took the TV. This is why you want the resume-ish. So it's that side then. Stacks. When we are over here, I will hard res the healer. Nope. Do it. Of course, thank you for coming along. I hope you have a good nice. I'm very out of it, so we'll see how the rest of this goes, but good luck. Trying to work out if I can put off doing reading till tomorrow. Brain has been switched off for the entire day. It's bad. This time? Right. Take care, thank you. Get the impression that this group is a static. But I don't know that for a fact. Or at least there are a bunch of people who know each other. Snacks. Please. Thanks. Now blocks. Go. Benediction! There we go. I don't know how to white mage, but I do know how to be in a party with white mages. Ah, short cast. Lost it and I'm gonna hit Lisa by accident. Okay. Again. Cross the street. Come on, move your... There we go. Sprint. Running and yelling and yelling and running. What? It killed us. Is the DPS not in the stack? Oh, screw you. I'm happy to stay here and help the pluggies until I pass out, but that is a very cool helmet. I don't recognise it, which means it must be PvP. That's extremely cool then. me panicking here. Short cast. Again, nice. Sweet. I may have crossed it a bit early, but we are good. Probably don't need to sprint here, but I'm going to anyway because I'm scared. Right, there are definitely 3 of us all chilling in this stack together. Cool. Now let's raid bike and second out of darkness. Stacks. There we go. Air phaser, do not hit Firebird. No Firebird allowed. Remember that I'm for wait 6 seconds and it will be up. Please let me not rush! Please! Healer. Why did I do this? Like, I don't mind these guys, there's no bitching, but, like, please, I just want to re-clear and go to bed. I think our monk is new, so... It's fine, we can do this. Every wipe we get— fuck, I forgot food, that might have helped me at least. Every wipe we get closer to clearing. On the other hand, now you can marvel at my terrible layout, etc. So. Yikes. I am getting 7 in there, I think, unless I've forgotten how to count. Which is entirely possible. Because like, I'm never going to catch up to mischievous DPS in a second on the aggregator. Oh, that monk damage though. They start crying. North-south this time. I got littler stuck, but not badly. What's the street? Go. Wide. Flip up my rotation a little bit. Only a little bit, that's okay. 1, 2. Why? Every time. It's revenge for Saturday when all was map side. Fine. May have fucked up my rotation, but at least I did it while looking cool, right? Christ, softly. No firebird. No firebird. I like it when the fight goes smoothly, because it's always when we've got problems here that's when I forget and go into firebird without thinking. For the heals. And 1 and 2. That. And I move in the donut. Out again. There. Yeah. There we go. And it's blocks. I'm gonna move in for heals. Needed. I'm not going to accidentally hit limit break. Deluge, deluge. So now it's time to suffer and die. Training well after. I'm like doing the call outs to myself so I know what's going on in the fight, but so snuggled up in my corner, and then scooch. towers, I'm in a tower to where I normally am. Just remind myself. Stand in the zone, swift cast. Break tether, come on, break, please. Nope, one of them. That was going so well too. Cursed. Cursed content. Is Mochi? No, Mochibot's not dead, thank goodness. Not sure what. Thank you, Lobster Tree. No chat was due to scroll. There we go. No, I don't want to click on it. Oh gosh. Twitch, why do you do these things to me? We got really close there. Frankly, I'm happy that I had the bravery to take this on with Puggies, and then also not repeatedly fuck up, so that's a win for me, even if I don't clear. Whoops. I still need to answer this fuck there, I think. Getting a 7 there, I think. I do not have naughty numbers because I straight up uninstalled Act because I could not get it to work and I don't play Sick World anymore, so I was like, don't have any point in keeping this, so I just have to guess. Timed mouse, not that. Hello, sounds not straight. Thank you very much for the raid, it is very much appreciated. Hi Eris, how are you doing? Fuck shitballs. Sorry. Running and yelling, it's fine. I do have a shout-out command, but unfortunately I cannot type it because I'm in raid. I tried to get it to work on my stream deck and it refused. Once again, I am cursed. This really is revenge for all of that time on Sunday when it was on that side. Thank you for the follow, it is appreciated. Yee. I should have introduced myself, sorry. Can you tell that my brain is not here? It is me, I'm Mochi, variety streamer at the moment, obviously playing Final Fantasy XIV, trying desperately to get my weekly reclear of Umbra down. Well, whether or not it happens remains to be seen. I've actually only been here for half an hour, that's not too bad. Fuck. I got distracted. Ugh, piss. Piss and shit. God, ass, tits, balls, and fuck. God, I'm like all over the place now because of that. Phew, that was...
yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the gift sub, Eris. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's very kind of you. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Oh
Fine.
yeah.
You can pick this back up.
Oh yeah.
There's so many gift subs. Thank you, Eris. That's very, very kind of you.
Oh yeah.
Pick up the heal. No. Okay. Thank you. Fizzball, Froggy, and Om Nom Nom, and Dente, and Jabbery, and Sounds Not Straight. Thank you. Thank you so much, Eris. It is very, very sweet of you. Thank you. Maybe paying less attention to chat and more to the raids so I don't screw up again, but it's fine. What was that I was saying earlier about I'm so glad it's not me making the mistakes? Cry softly. It's fine. That's fair, Eris. I'm not doing so I've done like the story stuff, so after this I will finish off Hatchingtide, and to be honest I will probably then pass out depending what time it is and how tired I am, because I'm really out of it and I have like 2 short assignments due tonight that I have not even started yet, so I have got to make a start on those. I have to say I have more energy now that I'm already streaming than I did when I started streaming. That was absolutely exhausting. Ooh, nice. Well, I hope so. The story of 5.5 is pretty cool. Clocks. And the Neo raid is very cool, and I won't comment on the other stuff. I'll say that I'm very excited for Boja. And the story is good. One of my hot evil girlfriends comes back, so I'm happy. Once again, get to hang out with, as we know, one of my numerous hot evil girlfriends. There are at least 3 of them now, so. And only one of them is actually dead. Astonishing. Right. Seizure obviously is hot evil girlfriend prime. And you're not back. There we go. It sure would. She exists and I'm like, you are everything I love in a person. Also, like, she and Fordler should be friends. They would get along really well and I think they have a lot to discuss with each other. Given that they're in the same sort of situation. And we just won't talk about that other one. And how annoying it is. God, moment of terror where I thought, oh, okay, it's only the tank that's dead, that's fine. Right? Lucia was like, she was made for the gays. If you like tall ladies, tall beefy ladies, Mesija is made for you. Fucking really? Okay, clogs. No, that's not how the song goes, and that won't stop me. Running and yelling. Dropping my dots like a fool. Oh, that counts. I got my first round of the anti-plague jab today, and I've been struck by the brain fog and the muscle pain. I'm being good, I'm not going to Firebird. Look at that, look at all that Firebird that I didn't go into. In for donut and stay in for donut. Out. That's why I love having range spots, because I don't have to move. Right. I would not have done it on Savage were it not basically for Osabi and Vanny saying, "Want static, do raids." I'm like, okay. Yeah. Worked out. What? I can't remember what the deluge. There's a tweet that Oster linked me a while ago that's like, if Mesija kills me, do not blame her, it's because she caught me slipping, and I was like, oh, if it ain't me, like, I know what I'm about. Where the fuck are we going? Fuck if I know. I understand this, I understand the mechanic, I just find it easier to follow everyone else. Okay, TB, be not near them. 39. And we have one death, knock on wood. Okay, Blood Out of Darkness, let's queue. Clocks, and then stand still. Non-ideal. Now pick up Slow Rose, the other healer. No, I'm not. I'm going to die. That's totally fair, Eris. Honestly, I did not start doing it until 5.4. We did the Savages, but I've never farmed them. I've never been competent enough to farm them. This is the first time I have redded. Yeah, I made the decision that I will. Shit, seriously? I'm gonna repair my gear. We'll endgame in this and not anything else, even though my only other MMO really is Destiny 2, but I sort of made that decision. If I was a repair person, where would I be? Go over to Why did I say yes to that when I'm clearly not ready? Oh well. My gear isn't that broken. That's fine. I don't know where the repair person is, but at least I'm angled towards them next time we drop out. Yeah, my gear is fine. Oh, it's that cool axe I didn't notice before, but it's so cool. Ah, I see. They've swapped, swap some rolls around. I see. Please, can I have this one? Yes. Got all the spots I'm used to. Nice. I've got this. Yeah, frankly, I'm astonished in doing this that I personally haven't fucked up more. I fucked up with the Firebird and that whole shenaniganry with the cloud, but it's because Ostoby's a good teacher. That's what it is, really. Ostoby's a good teacher, and I internalize his guidance. Next to a tank. I know you don't need to scooch all the way over, but I've got in the habit of doing it, and like it's easier for me to go where my feet are used to going, you know? Oops. Has skills, please. Security. Break. Oh, shit. Okay, this is a wipe. It's definitely because you're a good teacher, Oster. The way that you teach definitely is how I learn, if that makes sense, so... Okay... In here... Repair... Independent arms mentor, here we go. It works though, like you say, mashed Alamigan moment, and even though I'm not healing, my brain goes, aha, I understand. This is, you know. Actually, fun fact on a related note, my lecturer was saying earlier that she finds that students learn better through like anecdotes and like memorable phrases along those lines, better than they do like just straight up lectures. That was a very good discussion. I feel sorry for everyone who's not Yumi or Vanny, really. Or Mav, I suppose. But did not realise how small our tank was. Well, they're not tank anymore, they're ninja, but they are so small. But yeah, no, sorry, what my lecturer was saying is that, like, anecdotes and, like, memorable phrases along those lines are often more memorable than, like, plain instructions. So, even if, like, it's silly, like, things like mashed Alamigan or rabbit stacking, like, I understand. The survival cannibalism is not necessarily a teaching moment, but it's definitely a me thinking moment. I'm still really interested to find out, Clarks, at me, if there are examples of no, after that ninja, but I'm different. Now it's stacks times. Examples out of the desert, or if it's only in, like, Squish. Only in, like, cold climes or, like, mountainous climes, like... Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and I was also thinking that, like, in a desert situation, it is much more likely that you are going to run out of water and dehydrate before anything else, because if you're in, like, cold climes that have snow, that's like the one thing that you've got too much of is water. This is going to, whoops, wrong button there, get a little morbid, but in my opinion, dehydrating to death is one of the worst possible ways to go. I think the worst way to go is probably rabies, but after that, for me, it would be dehydration. I say this as a person who is inherently dry as a desert. Please stack. Thank. These are the, like, awful things that I think about due to my weird obsession with, like, extreme survival stories and stuff like that. Exactly, yeah, like, I don't even live, I live in actually technically Washington is rainforest, in the sense that it's green and rainy. So I live in, like, one of the polar opposites of a desert one can get to, and I suffer. But not back. I have learnt to my experience that you can get knocked back and still get to position there, but it's non-ideal. Hello to everyone who came over from Sounds Not Straight stream, who doesn't already know me. These are the things that I think about. Actually, I don't know if you'd be potentially so interested, Asta, but there is one of my favourite subreddits one of my favourite subreddits is called Catastrophic Failure, and it's all about mechanical failures, sometimes weather related, but mostly mechanical. So, like, with the Suez Canal, that whole subreddit was, like, on fire during that. Like, it's like, yes, I can stand still, what we are all about. But there is a guy on there who once a week posts these really good write-ups of plane crashes, which is one of those things that I'm terribly obsessed with, in a dangerous sense, I guess. She's going this way, okay. It's called r/Admiral Cloudberg, and I, like, genuinely my Sunday, like, over dinner on Sundays, sometimes lunch, I will open up his subreddit and I will just read his latest write-up, because they are really good, and I feel like he's covered the Andes Mountains, which, I am such a horrible fascination with that. Just because it's like, it's the combination of two of my macabre interests. Oh no, how did the tank die? Run over and there's just a dead tank on the floor. Anyway. The other thing that I would actually recommend to Oster is I fucked up my rotation. Fun and games. Once again, fucked up my rotation thanks to talking about survival cannibalism. I cannot believe. Why does this happen to me? Why am I like this as a person? Okay. It really is, like... Oh no, I messed up in my Final Fantasy XIV raid because I was thinking about plane crashes and survival cannibalism. And... Thieved. Oh fuck, I need to eat. That's what I need to do. Thinking about the sort of... I suspect that, like, my interest in true crime and my interest in, like, survival stories and, like, plane crashes and other mechanical failure, all come from, like, the same... all comes from the same place. But what I was going to say is the The Guardian, I nearly said the Graniad, because that's what they called on Private Eye. The Guardian has, the British newspaper, has a column, I don't know how often it's released, and it's called It Happened to Me, or something along those lines. And it's basically like the TV show I Survived, except it's not always about... I was not paying attention to what that was, but luckily I don't need to. That's a healer problem. It's not necessarily like survival... Well, no, it's survival stories, but it's not necessarily like life or death survival stories. Sometimes it's things like I got this horrible disease, or very often it's I was off doing something mildly dangerous by myself and I got hurt, but I survived, which is why my brain is very much on the never go hiking, or not that I go hiking anyway, but you know, anything along those lines by yourself ever, because something terrible will happen. This is off topic. Gonna have to go back and clip that, like, fucking up the rotation, because I was talking about my favourite. This is a raided wide. Maybe shouldn't have firebirded there, but she's at 11%, so we'll see. Right. North, south. Yeah, I was gonna say favourite cannibalism is not quite right, but my favourite horrible stories. There is a very good Guardian column, and by good I mean like stomach turning, involving bugs. Actually, there's a couple of good bug ones, and I won't mention them. Nice. Phew. Made it. Ow, Jesus. Ow, fuck. I need all of these. Yay, thank you, Eris. Very sweet of you. Wow, I really did win nothing, except I can afford a new thing now. I'm going to leave party and I'm going to mend. And I am going to be able to breathe again. And we're actually going to go finish off the stupid Hatchingtide thing now. I'm going to stop getting distracted. Over to the botanist guild. Then I will head back and I will buy myself. No, I can't. I need another one. Yeah, here we go. Oh well, next week. I'll get it next week. Hello. Luca Burr. Words. So it started, thank goodness I can join. Picking up eggies. While I'm slowed, I'll go hand this in. Still warm from its brief time nestled under a breedy chicken. Words. Yeah, so this started like the right. For some reason they've started events on Wednesdays rather than Tuesdays, which is when they used to start, which means that I'm always doing them the week after they come out, and then because I wasn't streaming last week because I had an assignment due, I just about got done in time. I was like, come on, rude. Yeah. No, I meant to type wave and instead I typed wah. There we go. Cheer on everyone else. Soy. Man, all this talk of like collecting eggies makes me want to go get fresh eggies from around the corner. Like tomorrow morning. Except I also don't want to wake up in the morning. Oh my god, hiccups. Ugh. I'm dying. It is probably a good idea to awaken for egg, but I've done too much awakening recently. The other day I did awaken for running to the pharmacy before class, and then today I did awaken for spending an hour in hospital and getting a bout of anxiety in the elevator because I was like, wait, mum's not here, this feels wrong because I haven't been in a hospital like for a year and a half. So the power of fresh egg is very, very tempting, it has to be said. Your egg collecting skills are unparalleled. I don't know how to thank you. Truly, that was a masterful display. Somewhat concerned that my bellicose beauties may harm themselves in their excited state. If you'd be so kind as to make the delivery, I should like to remain here and keep an eye on the chicken run. Certainly. I imagine poor Chitty must be frantic. Let us convey this precious cargo back to the amphitheatre straight away. Let's go. Just run. I'm going to say tomorrow I also have to do Awaken, but I don't. Tomorrow I have to do after lunch trip to the pharmacy. Because being me, every single one of my medications now is on a different schedule, which is really annoying because it means I can't just go to the pharmacy and pick up everything. It's like literally every week I'm going in for something else. Last week I went to pick up one set of antidepressants, and then now I'm here for boy juice, and then in like 2 weeks I'll have to go pick up the other set. It's just, it never ends. Welcome back, Maeve. I hear that egg collecting was not quite so simple as an errand as we imagined. I've been seeing the 7th hell and it was full of chickens. A veritable purgatory of poultry, you say? And yet you persevered nonetheless. Nonota and I are most fortunate to have your assistance. With your hard-won bounty in hand, we can now proceed to the important task of baking cookies and painting eggs for the children. Not to impose you so soon after that harrowing ordeal, but I wonder if I might ask you another favour. Simply put, I need you to hand out tokens of gratitude to our tireless helpers, who will soon return from setting up all the Hatchingtide decorations the day before it goes down. Such a duty should fall upon me, of course, but the soiled soup requires an immediate and thorough scrubbing. You got it. Fetch quests, or in this case, reverse fetch quest, are what I'm best at. I'll have the gifts for you in just a moment. My neck is sore. Do I want to do Edens on today or not? That's the question. Put together 3 sets, but you can hand out whichever seem appropriate. Sure, your choices will be perfect. I shall see to cleansing the filth from my costume. Once you finish with the presents, you can report directly to Jilly. I got a chicken minion, and if I don't, I should. We have come to report the completion of our part in the decorations. 'Tis a joyful duty to assist with the Hatchingtide adornments, knowing that every inhabitant of Gridania might enjoy the festivities. I hope you too will take a moment to join in this rare chance for revelry. Yes, for like 2 more hours or something. Charge of rewarding festival helpers, you say? I have not done aught so grand as to merit a reward, but in the spirit of the occasion, I shall humbly accept your gift. Opulent Archon eggies. Isn't this exquisite? It shall grace my mantle as a memento of these happy celebrations. Such a lovely surprise. Now, if you will excuse us. It's early, but I think I am going to finish stream after finishing this, just because I have shit to do, and also why am I not surprised to see you here? We had a guild meeting scheduled, but you know how adventurers are. We just had to get involved in the celebrations. And seeing how the Dreamers always do such a nice job of decorating Alder, I figured this was the perfect chance for me to return the favour. Eh? Passing out presents to us labourers, are you? Far be it from me to refuse a gift given freely. Painted egg filled with treats. Type they fill baked delights. There's nothing better than enjoying a sweet treat after a hard day's work, ain't it the truth? Don't go ordering them all to yourself now. I've got time for a quick bite and a cup of Mother Mion's best tea before I make my trip back to Limsa Limosa. Can't say it properly. Sounds like a grand idea. Count me in. Best be off and leave you to your business. Do come and visit us at the Canopy when duty permits. Because of the colour clash for a hot second, I thought the Lala chicken, I don't know if my sense for decoration is all that appealing, but I seem to have made a feathered friend. She must be from the flock belonging to Master Paulin. Watching the struggles from afar, I come to the conclusion that chickens are troublesome creatures, yet this one seems to have done enough. So far, she's been content to follow me around as I put the finishing touches on my adornments. Is it my costume, I wonder? Probably, they said, hiccuping. Gift for me? I feel somewhat guilty accepting a reward for an activity I so thoroughly enjoyed, but if you insist. Rabbit and chicken stuffed toys. Soft and pleasant to hold, yet I cannot help but wonder what kind of plant fibre was used in their construction. Curse the professional botanist, I'm afraid. Now I think it's time I return this wayward hen to her owner. Fare you well. Okay, time to actually check if I do have a chicken minion, because if I don't, I really should. Capybara. Well, I have a duck. Is that close enough? Maeve, my thanks for your assistance. And little tokens were well received, I hope? Sure were. I'm glad to hear it. I thought I heard a Moogle there. There is a Moogle, I knew I heard one. My Moogle sense wasn't wrong. I had the rabbit out before, but I've swapped a duck. Once my own tasks were complete, I found myself virtually surrounded by sylphs and Moogles. I suppose the bustle and bustle of the festival must have piqued their curiosity. The Moogles seem particularly focused on wheedling cookie out of cookie out of me. We shall have to call upon Master Paulin for more eggs so I can bake another batch. By putting these trifling troubles and setbacks aside, our rabbits and... Okay, that's an in-game sound. Rabbits and chickens have done a fabulous job with the Hatchingtide decorations. The event is a huge success. And after all you've done to contribute, you deserve to head out and enjoy it. I don't know what that sound is. I hope you guys can hear a, like, fairly deep sound in the background. Gosh, now that Hatchingtide is going away tomorrow, that means I have to, what have we got? It's not you. Where's the bloke that I buy from? Hello? Okay, here we go. Stylish pouch with a strap to be slung over the shoulder, designed with an egg motif, perfect for Hatchingtide season. Or baked chocolate resembling Spriggans. Absolutely baked chocolate resembling Spriggans. Always. Well, okay folks, it is earlier than planned, but given that I've got shit to do and also I'm really tired and just want to go to bed, I am actually going to end stream up here. I know it's early, but we got tower we got Umbra, we did Hatching-tide, which are the things that I really wanted to do, so it's good enough for me. So I will be streaming Higurashi When They Cry, Tsukio Toshi. That will be on Thursday. We'll be finding out what happened to Shion and Satoko, and what terrible things what more terrible things can happen next. Take care, RS. Saturday will be near Replicant, where we'll go sharpen our swords and see what happens next. I have a feeling it might be fishing. And then Sunday will be Destiny 2. It is our it is our last week on Sunday before, is that right? I don't know how to count. Sunday will either be our second to last or last week before the next season comes out, so I'll probably be working on challenges again. I think I'm gonna sit down and play Gambit all day probably, and then scream and yell. Maybe I'll actually be better at it by the end. And then next Tuesday will be more Final Fantasy XIV, assuming I'm not overwhelmed by assignments, with raids, roulettes, and all that good stuff. So take care, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Sounds Not Straight, for the raid, and thank you so much, Eris, for all your generosity. It is very, very much appreciated. You're far too kind, so thank you. Do have a wonderful evening, and look after each other, and etc. I have forgotten all of the ways that I used to end streams off. Take care, folks. Good night.